Video.
Okay.
We are here at Lincoln Talent, and these are auditions to get an agent with actually Audrey, and you are?
I am Jiovani. My full name's Ed Jiovani, but in the professional world I just go by my last name, which is Jiovani.
Jiovani, you have pictures. Now, you are a stand-up comic. I love your back of your resume. Tell Karen and the agency what you've done.
I have been in a couple of films, one through Medius Entertainment out of Los Angeles called Westminster Wife Show, that was my first IMDb credit.
Oh, nice.
I've also been on NBC's Last Comic Standing.
Awesome.
I performed at Red Rocks two sold-out shows, one close to a sold-out show last year in 2011.
Wow.
I have performed with such notables as Greg Giraldo, Craig Gass, Andy Kindler, Craig Robinson, and a variety of comics. Last year I was on the road 18,000 miles. I talked with a good buddy of mine now, his name is Artie Lang, from the Howard Stern Show. We did a show together in New York.
Nice.
And he said, Jiovani, if you really want to make money and you want to get famous, he goes, you need to go to TV and you need to go to movies.
Yep.
And that's kind of what I want to do. Everyone that I've worked with, directors, producers, whatever, has told me that I have a natural on-screen command of the screen, and that I just have a natural, I guess you would say a natural just presence in front of the camera. It doesn't look forced at all.
Sure. Well, what I'd like to do is just if you have a little bit of for information. Two things, Karen. This is for you and for me for my show. So we're gonna do 2 in 1, so he doesn't have to do it again. So slate your name for me.
My name's Jiovani.
Okay.
And I'm from Denver, Colorado. And it's funny, I was talking to Donna earlier about her breakup, and I'm kind of in the same situation. However, my story's a little funny. It was my girl's birthday. Well, first of all, I found out she was bisexual, and I thought, this is awesome. And then she told me what she meant was I had to buy her stuff for her to be sexual.
Oh, no.
And I don't make that much money because I'm a comedian. So I said, well, baby, what do you want for your birthday? Because I'm terrible at getting gifts. And she said, all I care about is that I can tell all my friends you went to Jared. And so I did. I got her a Subway gift card. And I didn't skimp on it either. I got her the $25 card, which is 5 footlongs. And now I'm single.
Very cool. And so are you performing in town anywhere?
I am. I have a show coming up in Broomfield at an event center called Seasons Bliss, July 28th. And then also 2 weeks from this past Thursday, I don't know the date, I'm sorry, I think, the 26th of July.
Okay.
I'm in the finals for Denver's Top Comic. There were 16, and I made it to the final 4. And we are competing for a chance to get an all-expense-paid trip to Vegas.
Wow.
And be on the stage in Vegas again. So I love Vegas, it's my town. And that's it.
Very, very cool. You know, one more thing I want to ask you. I'd like to send one of my comic reporters over to you. He's not a beauty queen reporter.
Oh.
But you just saw some things. Okay, that I can maybe set something up with you as well to bring him over so he can do some interviews for my show with
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, what advice would you tell other comics out there? You know, I'm in the comic circuit myself, and I love comedy. And what would you tell them if they'd like to get into comedy? Have you done training of any comic background?
I do. I do teach both writing and stand-up comedy classes. The one thing I will tell you is comedy is subjective, just like music. Just because your family and friends tell you they think you're funny doesn't mean you make a good stand-up comic.
Right.
You may be a good writer. If you do get on stage, you have to have a thick skin. That's all I'm going to tell you is you have to have a thick skin, because anybody can be great and anybody can fail. I was hanging out with Dave Chappelle at the Improv, and
nice.
I said, hey Dave, I'm going to get out of your hair. You know, I'm sorry to intrude. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, this is your green room. And he said, dude, he goes, we're both comics. He goes, the only thing is more people know who I am.
Right.
He says, I could get up on stage and I could fail just as easily as you could.
Wow.
But I will say that you have to have a thick skin, and you have to always think as creatively as you can. And if I can give any comedian any advice, you need to read what is known as the stand-up comics Bible. It is called The Secret of Comedy. The Secret of Comedy Writing. It's a yellow book. Mm-hmm. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, and it's Comedy Writing Secrets. That's what it's called.
Awesome.
Every single comedian that has been successful has read it.
Wonderful.
So.
What great advice. I'd like to talk to you, and I've got some hookups. Where are you teaching? You have a place to teach at as we speak around Denver?
I do have a place in Broomfield that I teach. I also teach for a website called Dabble. What Dabble is let's just say that you might want to learn French, but you don't know, or you might want to try stand-up, but you don't know. Mm-hmm. Instead of having to commit to, a 6-week course and spend $1,200, You commit to one course, $20, 2 hours.
Wow.
We immerse you in what stand-up comedy is all about in those 2 hours.
Wow.
And then you can say, yeah, it's something I want to pursue, or nah, no, it's not for me.
Gotcha. Do you have a website?
I do. It's under construction right now. We're revamping it, but it's called comicgiovani.com.
Okay.
You can follow me on Twitter, and that is @comicgiovani.
Wonderful. Well, I wish you success with the agency and what we're doing, and we'll be back. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank